Welcome back, everybody. High Tech Lab here. A little bit of a progress update here on my recent project. This is wrenching on my truck. I've pulled apart both the front and rear end. Here on the rear end, I'm going to be changing the wheel bearings, the axle seals. Not going to do anything with the brakes, but I did adjust the parking brake. Currently, the axle is removed, but none of this is really put together. I've got the differential taken apart. I'm going to be putting an aftermarket differential cover that increases the oil capacity. I'm going to be picking that up next week. Other side also taken apart, and this is really interesting looking because of how it's a dual rear wheels. You actually have to take this hub off, and then the brake rotor unbolts from the hub. And to do that, you have a special tool that goes in the tangs of this axle nut, and that I must have put away, which is actually kind of funny. I need to get the pinion gear seal, I think that's what it's called, changed out, which I don't feel comfortable doing because it needs to be set to a specific torque with a specific amount of preload. And as you can see, there's oil running out of there, so still need to do that. But likewise, I have the driveline removed. Today I drained the oil out of the gearbox and the transmission, and you can see where that driveline would bolt on here onto the gearbox. And not much going on the transmission, but here on the front end I made a lot of progress. I have the wheel hubs removed. I'm down to pretty much the axle and the steering knuckles, and still going to put ball joints in this, so I still need to tear this down a little bit more. But what you can see here, this is the hub that has all the wheel bearings in it. And on the other side of this, there's a spline. I think this is like a 30-tooth spline or something like that. And these are the four-wheel drive locking hubs, and these go in here. And this is all sealed because this is all under vacuum. So here on the truck, there's a vacuum line right here that connects onto a little port right here. And that vacuum, there's a little tiny hole right there, and it puts this entire area under vacuum. And what that causes is a little diaphragm in these four-wheel drive hubs in the bottom to click over and engage four-wheel drive, and it's a really interesting system. Now, one of these was stuck permanently locked, and it was always engaging the one hub, and that's not good because it can wear stuff out, affect fuel mileage. And all I had to do was take out the snap ring, disassemble this whole thing, bend two little tiny tabs into shape, which I figured out the shape based on the one that was good, which was this one, and was able to repair that. So I'm still going to take it apart again and re-grease it and clean it, but just kind of getting a preliminary analysis on all of these parts to see what's up. And then, yeah, still need to do some work on here. Front differential's open. It's all drained out. I'm going to put the aftermarket cover on the front as well. The other side looks about the same. And then one thing that really has helped this project, I have this oil drain mechanism here. This is from Harbor Freight, and this is great for under the lift. It was cheap as like $170, but for oil changes and whatnot, I think it holds like 25 gallons of fluid. And then you connect on the air compressor and shut this valve, and it'll spit the fluid out. It's got a little drain deal here, so you can just put that into your bins and drain that out. And then another tool from Harbor Freight that has been a great help on the safety is this tripod stand. I was going to go buy another one for the rear so that this truck is really stable on the lift, but Harbor Freight was out. I must have got the last one or something like that. But yeah, still need to get front brake pads. There's a lot to do, and one of the big things that I need to figure out how to tackle is to get this transmission and gearbox down. So anywho, I'm not going to be doing any more of the truck update videos on the main High Tech Lab channel. I'm taking this over to the High Tech Adventure channel. That's my second channel where I do more off-the-cuff videos where it's not solar off-grid related. It's just a different adventure, whatever I'm working on. If I'm riding quads, you know, going out in the Razor, anything like that will be on that channel, so be sure to subscribe. I'll put a link in the description and a card up top. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for staying tuned. Have a lot to do yet, but I'll let you know more as it happens. Later, guys.